This is a quick tutorial for Spelling City. Make sure you are logged in for the educator admin, username and password, then sign in. The first thing we need to do is load in the student roster. So make sure you have a copy of your roster available. You can choose to upload it as a spreadsheet there or go to My Students. I'm going to go the same thing, Add Students. You need to import a spreadsheet. So click Spreadsheet, Sample Template. It's going to download. Right there at the bottom down here, I think is one. Let me see. It looks like that. You're going to copy and paste information from your student roster unless you want to type it all in. To keep it easy, I kept the same password for every student, Valley Oaks. And then once you have all that information, you're going to go back to Spelling City and you're going to upload that file. I saved it onto my desktop, so let me look. I'm logged in under Monica right here. Okay. I'm going to upload it. So I find it on my desktop, I upload it. Here's all of the student information. Scroll to the bottom and hit Save Students. It's going to tell me there are students with multiple email addresses. That's fine. Scroll to the top. And all I'm going to do is backspace those out. That is not a necessary thing to move forward. Okay, I went through and I took out all those email addresses. I go back to the bottom and I hit Save Students. It might give me a warning about some usernames or passwords. Oh, see right there, it did. It tells you. Okay, so I went ahead and backspace that. I guess I did not do that the first time. Save Students. And then you should see another window pop up. Sorry, it's a little bit of a lag. I do want to import the list now. No, I'm going to wait. I'm going to X out of that. I'm going to go through the whole process so you know in case it doesn't pop up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a group. So I added my students and now I'm going to create a group. I'm going to call it just Monica. You can call it whatever you would like. I'm going to check the box because I would like all of these students to be in that group of Monica, and I'm going to hit save. So now all those students that were not in a group should now be in Monica's group. So see how she said, how it says 28 students. Perfect. So now what I want to do is I want to go back to, let's go to My Students. So I've imported my roster. I've created a group. Now let's get some of those lists going. All right, to find those lists, you need to go to My Dashboard. And we're going to import a list. For my own students, I went ahead and gave them every grade level because they're kind of all over the place. So I'm going to go to Journeys because that's a curriculum we use. At any time, you could choose to create your own list and assign it to students. But for today, I'm just showing you how to import our own curriculum for vocabulary and spelling. This is what should pop up because we chose Journeys. You're going to go through each one of these and click Import Groups. The message is going to pop up about hiding it. I don't want to see that message every time, so I click the box. I don't want to see it. And then literally it's that easy. You just hit import. You go grade level to grade level. I'm not going to import all those because do you see that's 11, 14. I'm only worried about the 2017 journeys because that's the curriculum we gave our students. You can always click on that again and it goes back up if you don't want to see all that. So I go through and I import. It's literally a click of a button. And you're going to do that with all grade levels. I'll show you one more time. Import, import, import. After you choose import for your 6th grade group, you should be done with that. To verify, you can go to My Students. Let me look real quick. My Students and verify that it's in there just by clicking. Remember, we created that group for Monica students. It should have a little drop-down menu. Give it a second. After it drops down, you can go in and log in as any one of your students just to verify that the curriculum is there and good to go. This is what it looks like if a student were to log in. They have two choices. They can play the lists and the games, and then they could always check their records. So right now, remember, I'm verifying that all my students have their information. So yep, I could see it. It starts with first grade, second, third, it scrolls all the way down, and then it ends with kindergarten, sixth grade to kindergarten. So I see that all the lists are there, they are good to go. The high frequent or the vocabulary and the high frequency words go off of their story that they're reading, and the spelling goes off of the lesson. Let me give you an example. If I click on third grade vocabulary, I know there's 30 lists, but the student needs to look to see what story are they reading. Are they reading The Trial of Cardigan Jones? If they are, they can view their vocabulary, they can study it, they can take a test, and you can see the results, or they can play games. And that choice is for all of them. But the vocabulary is by their story, and the spelling, let me show you spelling, is by the list. Oh no, the spelling, sorry, I take that back. The spelling is by the story as well. I thought it was by the list. Okay, I want to go back to Monica's page. I see all my students are there. We've imported the list, and then that's it for this session.